Coming up on South Coast Spotlight, we'll see how Oak Park transforms for a variety of community festivals, watch a dance studio become a classroom for tequila aficionados, and steer our sights toward unique visitors on Santa Barbara City College's Ocean View Lawn. Hi everyone, welcome to South Coast Spotlight. I'm Dominique Samario. In this program, we'll take you around the South Coast to explore what brings our community to life. We're here in Oak Park, which might seem calm and quiet now, but throughout the year, it comes alive for a variety of festivals.
All right, Santa Barbara, what it is. This is Andre Ritchie coming to you live from Oak Park in Santa Barbara. This is the annual Black Family Festival. It's good to be out here. We're seeing people that we haven't seen in a long time. Got a lot of black families that put it down here in the 60s to the 70s.
Yeah! Boom, 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 yeah! What's up, Santa Barbara? My name is Frank Ramirez, representing Check It Out Video Show.
And this is Andre Ritchie, a.k.a. Dre Day 66, Sports Talk 805 in the house. You know how we do.
And this is
TVSB. Everybody comes back and they visit, and it's a wonderful thing. We haven't seen people since elementary school, since high school. You have a lot of people that you haven't seen so long, they have grandkids now. So one thing about this Black Festival is it brings out everybody to the city of Santa Barbara so we can put it down like we're supposed to. 805 is definitely in the house, and hopefully more people will come out year after year. And it's not just for the black folks, it's for everybody that's down with Santa Barbara. Positive vibe. Come out here and do what you got to do. Represent for the people of Santa Barbara. It's a beautiful thing. So as you can see behind me, we have a DJ booth. We got a live band across the way. We got everybody over here. We got people barbecuing and people just hugging each other because you have not seen them in like 20 plus years. That is the beauty of this festival. So that's what I got to tell you. And you can hear people talking in the background, all the noise and everything. We got kids in the pool, and it's just a positive vibe out here in Santa Barbara. So once again, this is Andre Ritchie. As you know from Sports Talk 805, you know how I do.
Give it to me one side. Give it to me one side. Give it to me one side. Give it to me one side.
This is a great thing, and Larissa Amy's been doing work with this for a long time. Tell us what you have done and tell us how to get this big.
Well, this is our fourth event. We started off with the Santa Barbara Black Family Reunions just to get all the people together. But this year we decided to invite the whole community. So we said it's the African American Family Festival and everyone's invited. That's why we wanted to have this because, a lot of the people originally from Santa Barbara have moved away, so we needed a reason to bring them back.
4 years ago when we got our first African American president, I remember him saying something about everybody should get out and volunteer. So that was my main first thought, was I got to do something. My second thought was about my community. I was born and raised here. So we used to have so many things happening here in town that we all, would be at as a family, as groups. Blues playing across the way and dancers and food and kids running around, so I'm happy.
It's a beautiful day, ladies and gentlemen, for us to come together, people of color. One thing about Santa Barbara is that when something happens, we all come together as a collective, and we have to give it up to Lisa Holmes today because my homegirl from high school was able to put it down and make it happen despite all the obstacles. But everything's good, man. It's a beautiful day today.
I want us to have some more unity. Unity is my key word, unity. So hopefully next year it'll be 2 days, more booths, more food, gumbo, of course. And so, that's my key thing is togetherness and 2 days instead of one. So I look forward to that. I'm sure it's going to be a challenge, but now that I have the city behind me, I'm so happy.
This is back in the day when we used to have the Jerry curls. We had the Jerry curls back in the day. Everybody come out here and rock and free. Come on, come on, up, come on, come on, up, 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 come on, Come on. Dip, 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 dip. Come on.
I want to thank everybody who came out and helped support and participated in this event.
There you have it. We are TVSB.
You're watching TVSB Opa!
We're celebrating being Greek because it's part of our heritage. It's important because, you know, reaching back to our culture is always, you know, any culture is always a good part of going forward. Yeah, it started 39 years ago, and it started as a one-day event, and it was to raise money for our church and our nonprofits that we help. And we've continued that tradition on, and it's grown a little bit, but it's been about this same size for the last 25 years.
I'm here for the Greek festival. Just been over here for French festival, and I think it's a great idea to come in and just learn different things about different kind of cultures, yeah? I'm so glad it exists in town, and I want to see, I'm a Russian descent, and I want to see some Russian festival. I hope it's gonna happen here and soon, yeah?
We've been cooking here at the Greek Festival for probably close to 20 years for St. Barbara's Greek Orthodox Church. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun, really good food. You guys should come out here Saturday and Sunday, today and tomorrow, and be Greek for the weekend. These ethnic events are really good. They're good fundraising events for the people and the public, and to get out there and enjoy yourselves. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon, and it's sunny, and you need to come out here and get some really authentic Greek food.
It's important for Santa Barbara because all the festivals are dying. And we've been able to last because we're a fundraiser, and we're for St. Barbara's Greek Orthodox Church. And we really have no competition for the food here at the park, where other festivals bring in vendors and they have competition. So we can make a lot more money that way.
Also, having an ethnic festival is good for the whole community. People get to come out, experience different foods, dancing, music, and it's just a nice way to spend a weekend, you know, so it works for the community as well. Greek food goes back, you know, at least 1,500 years. And we've been doing certain kinds of foods for many, many years. The spices, the way it's cooked, just the taste, the flavors, the Greek pastries. You just don't find those in very many places. And in fact, most people can't find good Greek food anywhere, even in good Greek restaurants. They don't have what we have.
And basically all you need to do is go ask some of the people that are sitting over there on the picnic tables what they think of the food, and you'll know right there.
We are the Thoribus dancers from the Annunciation Greek Orthodox Church in Modesto, California. It's an honor to be here down at the Santa Barbara Greek Festival. Thank you very much for having us down here.
Centro dalla degli Dio
part of our culture, you know. We're just trying to preserve it. It's been around for hundreds of years, so we're here doing our best to preserve it.
Events like this are important because it does help spread Greek culture. It gets it out there. I mean, Greek food, Greek dance. Definitely check out. There's a bunch of food places and that kind of thing here. So you do get a little taste of Greece without spending a couple of G's to go to Greece.
Βασιλική τον έρωτα, πολύ βαρύ το πήρες. Σε μια γωνιά κατήντησες, εκεί να ξεψυχήσεις. Σε μια γωνιά κατήντησες, εκεί να ξεψυχήσεις. Βασιλική, το στέριο να αγαπήσεις. Μόνο πρέπει βασιλική, να τον απαρατήσεις. Μόνο πρέπει βασιλική, να τον απαρατήσεις.
Well, parks aren't the only place you'll find Santa Barbara's unique festivals. We found community members learning the science behind tequila making in a dance studio.
Ambassadors of the Santa Barbara Tequila Harvest Festival, and you're watching TVSB.
You know, my business partner and I, we graduated from UCSB. We wanted to stay here. We're actually from the south, down south. So we decided to start a festival of something that was historical, maybe a little bit of touch about our Mexican roots. And Santa Barbara is the greatest place to do festivals. You know, we have the French Festival, the Wine Festival, and we thought it would be a perfect place to have the Tequila Harvest Festival.
Well, tequila is very unique in that it's an artisanal liqueur. It's not like a vodka. It's gaining a lot of recognition now as being of origin of the state of Mexico, and it's an important liquor because there's a lot of craft and work that goes into making a fine tequila. There's many reasons why tequila is growing throughout the world.
I became interested in tequila because I've always been fascinated by Mexico and Mexican culture, and I was living in Mexico and started drinking tequila for pleasure and quickly discovered how diverse a spirits category it is, how many different aromas and flavors and styles of tequila you can encounter, and then getting into the world of mezcal where things open up even wider, and it just snowballed from there.
I've been honored to be asked the last 2 years to be a tasting judge. Local tequila aficionado, been drinking tequila for probably about 30 years. Don't claim to be an expert of any kind, just love tequila. know what it's supposed to taste like, which is, I hope, why they asked me to be here. Fine array of tequilas in here. I recommend that you come next year if you haven't made it this year.
I think the event is really important, especially to a community like Santa Barbara, where there you have a lot of wine aficionados, but there's a lot of misconceptions about tequila. You know, people don't know that you can actually get a premium tequila, that the agave plant, it takes 8 to 10 years to grow and to make a really good tequila. And the tequilas that we have here today, they're all premium from 100% of Blue Weber agaves.
I think Santa Barbara has a large Hispanic population and a large number of Mexican restaurants that people like to enjoy fine tequilas, not give it the same image as people think of just taking shots in Tijuana and feeling sick or whatever. You know, it's finally being recognized as a fine liqueur if it's made properly by a reputable distillery. Santa Barbara and the Southwest regions and places where Mexican food is spreading throughout the world. Tequila goes right with that fine cuisine and the history of Mexico.
An event like this I think is important for a community like Santa Barbara because you have premium spirits brands, tequilas and mezcals coming from all over the country, some coming all the way up from Mexico, to cater to local tastes, to get people involved. We have local restaurants, bars, other businesses and vendors. It's a benefit for a local charity, the Santa Barbara Dance Institute. So it's really the agave community, tequila, mezcal producers and aficionados coming together in a way that's supportive of Santa Barbara and brings a lot of people into town for a weekend.
When we do a tasting, probably we're in Santa Barbara, probably people have done a lot of wine tasting. When you do wine tasting, what kind of wine do you start with? Light. Exactly. Okay? You're going to go light to dark. Same with tequila. Because when we get into that dark oakiness of an extra añejo, our mouths are going to be really dominated by tannins and sweetness and things from the barrel. And then we're not going to be able to appreciate the subtlety of a pour like this. So there are 5 classes of tequila. First, before we get to the classes, there are 2 categories of tequila. Plain old tequila and 100% agave tequila. 100% agave tequila means that all of the sugar that got converted into alcohol for us to enjoy came from the blue agave, and there is no other sugar source. These are the tequilas that are going to taste more like tequila. They're going to taste like agave, which after all is why we're drinking tequila. Right? They're going to treat you better. You're going to feel better the next day, and it's better for the industry. You're supporting an industry where there's a lot of families growing agave.
Tequila it's a boom right now. Can compete with any other spirit, I feel anyways. A lot of these people feel that way. I think it's the time and the labor and the love that they have to put into making tequila. Unlike any other spirit, it takes years for the plants to grow. All harvested by hand. If you make an aged tequila, you're waiting another 3, 5 years, 7 years to get your tequila. So you really have a time and investment in your product. And when we get to taste it and it's good, you know it was worth all that time.
I just want to invite you guys for the 4th annual Santa Barbara Tequila Harvest Festival. This event was sold out. We're really excited to have a sold out event for the first time, and we look forward to seeing you here at the next Santa Barbara Tequila Harvest Festival. My name is Ernesto Rodriguez, and I'm the co-founder of Agave Avenue and the Santa Barbara Tequila Harvest Festival, and you're watching TVSB.
Other festivals take advantage of the South Coast's incredible landscapes. TVSB joined vintage car owners from throughout the state and enjoyed City College's amazing views at the Woodies Festival.
We all gather in August this time of year so that we can get together and celebrate Woodies, enjoy our company of each other, and see what everybody's done in the last year on their cars.
As a community, we come together from large distances. We come from Central California. We come from Southern California. I live right by LAX. So I drive all the way to Santa Barbara to be part of this community.
Well, that's a great event for a community like Santa Barbara. It brings the surf culture, it brings the California culture and the car culture all together. So it's a confluence of all three of those cultures, which are really kind of important to the whole state.
We do what we can to have a raffle and a silent auction. We generate income so we can give to different charities in Santa Barbara. One of our main charities is the Unity Shop and the Food Bank. We really enjoy generating income to give away.
I think it's a good thing for the community because we get to raise money and funds, and we give it back to the community through the Unity Shop and the Food Bank, and there's several other charities that I can't rattle off right now, but we also donate money too.
And we enjoy celebrating our cars and being together and just enjoying everybody's company. I think one of the main reasons we get together is so that we have a place for us all to gather and bring our cars and be together. Beautiful sunny location, Santa Barbara City College overlooking the ocean, and a nice breeze out here today. And a lot of people have come from areas where it's much hotter, and the last couple of days it's been well over 100 in some of the valley areas, and people find this quite cool, so it's very nice.
I won a surfboard a couple years ago, and they said, "You're welcome to take the surfboard, but join our club." And it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. This is just a nice group of people. We have probably 80 cars here.
As you look around, you see people that have set up easy ups and they're picnicking, and they have little communities of picnickers, and it's just enjoyable to be here together. We're listed in the National Woody Club Registry, and we'd be happy to entertain any new members. You don't have to have a car to be a member. We have meetings in Goleta at Cody's Restaurant once a month, and we discuss different events coming up so people can know about the different events available. And we talk about car problems too, so we just talk about a little of everything, and we have a social hour where we have dinner together, and then we have a meeting for about an hour.
All right, all the Woodies are special, right? But this one's special for a Woody. It's an original four-wheel drive camper Woody, and I've got the history on it from back when it was new. So it's got all kinds of special features like the four-wheel drive. It's got a built-in ice box and a bed and a little drinking fountain under the dashboard and all this special stuff. Marmon Harrington, this company that started in the early 30s, building their own big four-wheel drive look like this, like 35-ton trucks, but all-wheel drive. This was the only one like this. Okay, there's other four-wheel drive Mercuries. None of them were camperized like this. There's one other Woody that was camperized like this, but it's not four-wheel drive. So this is it. One of one.
When they built the cars originally, they were called depot hacks. And the people would pick up the wealthy people at the depot, and they would drive them back to their estates. And what happened is they learned that these cars were very difficult to maintain. So the varnish kind of went away, and then the wood started to rot.
And then during the World War II, there was no production of cars, but shortly after World War II, when cars were being built again, wood was again readily available, steel wasn't.
And what this carried all the way through to today was the surfers back in the 60s and the 70s. They would buy these things for $200, $300, $50, and they would basically tape them up and make them work, and they'd throw their surfboards in them, and that's our generation.
Back in the 60s, guys were looking for cheap, transportation to go to the beaches, and these Woodies were readily available for $25, and so they could throw a lot of surfboards in them, a lot of their friends in them, so it became part of the surf culture. But they're just a unique car. It's interesting to judge these, and so we had a few categories: the best 30s car, the best 40s, the best 50s, best varnish, best wood, best of show. So you start looking around, it gets to be a really tough process because you have your own personal favorites. But you start looking at, say, the cars from the 40s, and there's Fords, and there's Oldsmobile, Pontiacs, there's different manufacturers, and they're all real nice.
I want to also take a moment and thank the Santa Barbara City College for letting us have this event here. Thank you.
Well, that does it for this episode of South Coast Spotlight. Be sure to join us next time for a look at the arts, culture, and community that make up this region. If you have ideas for future segments, email us at info@tvsb.tv. Thanks again for joining us, and until next time, enjoy our fabulous South Coast.